What is up, YouTube? Good morning and welcome back to the My Crypto Journey live stream here for iced coffee and crypto, baby. Make sure you hit that like button on the way in. Follow me on Twitter, follow me on Instagram. Links to both of those social medias are in the description down below. And if you like gaming on the off chance, hit me up on Twitch. Links to my Twitch is also in the description down below. Now, of course, the big news of the morning is the fact that the last network, right? The last network, it's Golery network, right? Testnet merge goes live. We're gonna have to see how this pans out. If this works out in a good way, ETH 2.0 may be upon us. Good morning, chat. Good morning. Hope you're all doing well. Happy Thursday, I believe. And we have quite a chatty chat this morning. What's up? We have Slim Cheeses, Gabe, Javi, Yadav, Josh Eni. What's up, baby? Jay Linda, Bree. What's up, Bree? Racket Club, all the G's in here. Sacco, John Wick. Let's go, baby. Gabe, Jayhawk. What's up, Jayhawk? Mile High, Legal Alien, deporting myself here. You have been, hands up, baby. You have been deported. Boomer F and Sumer, DJ, welcome, Chad. It's so good to see you guys this morning. And look at cryptocurrency is going absolutely insane. Ethereum was ripping to 12. It was up 12% yesterday, up 3% today. Bitcoin is currently up 2%. And it looks like altcoins are starting to follow a little bit. Now, the entire cryptocurrency market is at $170 trillion, which is absolutely insane. My bad, $1.7 trillion. God damn. Okay, maybe that was a future prediction, $170 trillion. God damn, $1.7 trillion, inching closer to that $2 trillion market cap. Can it get there? Now, the big question is, does Ethereum flip Bitcoin this next run? I don't know. A lot of people are thinking that it may happen. Now, keep in mind, the merge may just be a huge buy the rumor, sell the news event. That could happen, right? Keep that in mind. A lot of Ethereum will be released. But on the bright side, right, Ethereum becomes deflationary. And in today's time, right, day and age, it is important for us as any kind of business to, really bring down the environmental impact cryptocurrency or anything has on the environment, right? So one of the issues was proof of stake, or excuse me, proof of work. Well, now it's moving to proof of stake. It's going to create less of an environmental footprint on the world. So that's a huge deal. And I think that's probably the biggest deal out of the gate. Now, it's not going to be faster. It's not going to be cheaper right off the bat. But Ethereum is known for being safe, scalable, and decentralized. And that's what you want on a blockchain. So big deal for Ethereum. I know Ethereum Max is going crazy. I'm a huge Ethereum maxi. Now, I did take profits at the $1,700 range. Wish I would have stayed in a little longer, but keep in mind, yesterday we had better than expected CPI numbers, and we had the news off of the Golery network, merge. So two bullish pieces of news for cryptocurrency. It could just be retail traders creating some sort of fake ad. We'll have to see. We'll have to see. What's up, Al? Yes, WAGMI's going crazy. Unfortunately, there's a huge sell in nutraceutical finance. Now, it's down 35% today, which is pretty terrible. And I'm not sure if that's the team. It doesn't look like it's a wallet too associated with anything. I'm not sure if that's rewards or what's going on with that, but it's down 35% of the day. Volt up 3%, and of course, WAGMI up 10%. Now, of course, I have not sold any of my WAGMI since I bought it, which I wish I would have taken profits at the top. I just thought there was more room to grow. But along the way, I have been earning tons of rewards for holding the WAGMI. Now, I always suggest taking profits since I was up big. For example, I have about 10K in WAGMI. I was up to about 30K. So yeah, I didn't take profits. I was just busy with everything. Just got a little cocky and just left it there. That's what CoinMarketCap had it, but it could be jacked up, right? Oh, yeah, you're right. So maybe 1.17. A lot of times CoinMarketCap is inaccurate, but it said 1.7 for a second. So maybe it's inaccurate. So that's not, maybe it'd be like that sometime, but CoinMarketCap notoriously not accurate all the time, but that's what I've been using. And Roddy just called me Mile High. I said Crypto High. What's up, Professor to Crypto? Iron Lux says, Rodney, if you had 25K, one Bitcoin or all in on Ethereum? I like Ethereum. Coolcat says Ethereum can't scale without Polygon. You don't think so? Oh, they did start staking today, Sacco. That's probably it. But if they're staking, then it should be going up, right? None of it should be selling off. So my bad. At 1 point, it's probably 1.17. Although that seems a little low too. So I was like, damn, are we moving that high? Altcoins must be going absolutely crazy if that's the case. Because Bitcoin's just kind of dirtling there, right? $28,000 is going to trigger a lot of FOMO right now. The top 50, good point. Legal says the top 50 look completely different every bear and bull cycle. Now, some of the head news stories this morning. Remember yesterday when that video came out of Mark Cuban pretty much dunking on Cardano? He says, where's the revenue? I don't see it. In fact, he said that, going forward, he trusts a little more in Dogecoin, which is pretty interesting. Now, today, big news, which I thought this would happen because we pointed this out yesterday. Mark Cuban sued by Voyager digital investors and Mavericks fans. Remember, Mark Cuban really, was one of the people, mainstream people, that put Voyager on the map, right? He was one who kind of endorsed it. Now, what do you say to that? Do you think this lawsuit is justified? What do you think? I mean, people will say, well, you know what, I mean, everyone should, take responsibility for themselves. And that's how I think. But of course, when these huge, influence, you can say he's an influencer, right? He's a businessman, obviously, but he influences a lot, right? He does a lot of those promotions where he's partnered with projects, and he's big on some cryptocurrency projects. And one of the ones he was biggest on was Voyager Digital. And of course, Voyager Digital going through it right now. So Mark Cuban has been sued. So we'll see what happens. I think they'll settle on those sorts of things. Seems like a class action lawsuit, but let's check it out. So all that, I bet Charles Hoskins is kind of laughing at this guy right now, right? Because he kind of did dunk on Cardano yesterday. So it says billionaire Mark Cuban is getting sued by Voyager digital investors and by the fans of his own basketball team, the Dallas Mavericks. The class action lawsuit was filed by the Moskovitz law firm at the U.S. District Court in Southern Florida. According to the suit, the billionaire promoted Voyager Digital to the Dallas Mavericks fans. The lawsuit alleges that Cuban and Voyager Digital CEO Stephen Elrich targeted young and inexperienced fans to put their savings into what they are now calling a Ponzi scheme, right? So pretty much they're saying, I think young is the key word here, which is like, how do you know if the fans are young or old? They don't know, right? But if you're a fan of the Mavericks, right, and you see this guy promoting it and you have some money, you're like, you know what? He's been pretty successful. Let me just go ahead and ape into Voyager. And that turned out to be a huge mistake, right? So additionally, Cuban and Voyager are accused of repeatedly misrepresenting the platform. They allegedly said that the platform had no fees and was less expensive than its rivals. However, as per the suit, investors paid unreasonably high prices and were subject to hidden fees, all of which allegedly happened without the investors' knowledge. Now, this is interesting. If they can, find some truth to this, this is interesting. Now, I remember depositing $100 into Voyager Digital to help out a friend get some sort of promotion. And then I bought Cardano with it, which is fucking ironic, right? Because, it's the platform, I bought Cardano, and now to this day, I still can't withdraw my Cardano, but I know that Voyager Digital is going to start allowing some sort of transaction withdrawals. So this is interesting. If they lied about fees and they can prove they lied about fees, that's bad. That's bad. The lawsuit states that Cuban had said, I got to add, I'm a Voyager customer, and I've been a customer for several months now. I like to use it. It's easy, it's cheap, it's fast, and the pricing is actually really good. So we find it as a perfect fit for our Mavs fans and reaching Mavs fans of all ages. Now, here's the thing. I don't doubt that Mark Cuban use the app. But guys, when these promoters or influencers like myself or anybody comes out and has a sponsorship of a project and our product and say, I use this product every single day, take that with a grain of salt, because it's obviously a sponsorship, right? Sponsorship, like Manscaped or any kind of random promotion you see. Always be skeptical of a superstar like LeBron James. You know how he promoted Sprite? Do you think LeBron James, arguably the second greatest basketball player of all time, right behind MJ, drinks Sprite regularly? Absolutely not. But they're paying him, right? So keep that in mind. That's why the argument is, well, should people like really learn to like figure shit out on their own, or should we just hold their hand through? Or should we hold their hand through everything, or should they figure it out on their own? Right. More woes for Voyager Digital. In early July, Voyager Digital filed Chapter 11. Okay, we know about all this, right? We know about all this. The firm paused all deposits, trading, and withdrawals on its platform. Additionally, the bankruptcy filed, noting that there were over 100,000 creditors. The estimated asset ranges from 1 billion to 10 billion. So, will this, lawsuit have any? I doubt it. I doubt it. Maybe they'll settle for something small. It's probably a class action. So we'll have to see what happens, but I don't know how you could blame Mark Cuban for this. I mean, he's just promoting things. He's a businessman, right? That's what he does. He's a businessman, fucking owns a basketball team. What do you guys think? I'm interested to hear your opinion on this. The chat is chatty. DJ says, no way. People just trying to find somebody to blame for their failed investments. If those same people made a bunch of money because of something Cuban said, they wouldn't be giving him a cut. That's true. Yeah, Warpix has been going nice. Yeah. Really high sales tax, right? So maybe really high sales tax is not a bad thing. You guys are chatty. I can't read all these. Biz says there are no hidden fees. They take money from the bid. Ask spreads like every broker. Robinhood does the same thing. Yeah, exactly. So when they research into it, I'm sure they'll be fine. What's up? Deadshot says, Rodney, how many tank tops do you own? About 6. My opinion, from now on, you should start the stream with Jay's song, the Glizzy song. Yeah, Jay's always hating. John Wick says, I've been saying bullish or bearish on normal everyday things. Everybody does, right? That's bullish. So Ethereum up 14% yesterday. This is like the max. Like they literally took the highest number and just threw this bitch on there because that was like the max it went up yesterday. So that's hilarious. As Golary testnet merge goes live. Interesting. So Ethereum is entering the final stages of preparations for the much anticipated merge event after Golary, the network's third and final testnet, successfully switched over to a proof of stake consensus algorithm on Wednesday evening. ETH was up 14% in 24 hours at the time of writing, buoyed by anticipation of the Golary merge. Early this summer, the Rothstein testnet successfully transitioned to proof of stake in June, and the Sepolia network testnet making a similar switch at the beginning of July. So it looks like ETH 2.0 may be here. Let's go, baby. Let's send it. Now, a lot of people think that, hey, what's going to happen to Polygon when ETH 2.0 comes out? Are we going to need Polygon anymore? Well, the answer is yes. ETH 2.0, or Serenity, we'll say Ethereum after ETH 2.0 comes out. Serenity, it's not going to be its beefiest, its fastest until the end of the roadmap. So keep that in mind. Keep that in mind. Martin says, "Wag me pumping. Do you think it'll break all-time high by the end of the year?" Yes. End of the year, maybe the beginning of the year. ETH will start bull run. Will ETH be the catalyst? Will ETH actually flip Bitcoin this next run? Look at the market caps. It's close, right? What's up with coin market cap? Is it just like not working? Oh, here it is. Okay. I mean, it's literally just 2x. Will it happen, right? Cool Cat says, and once the merge is done, ETH will be 55% complete. Yes, 55%. Yeah, they still have a long roadmap, right? Big A Armory says, I could legit shill milk. I've been drinking 5 to 7 gallons per week for the last 37 years. Skim or fat free. Otherwise, you would see me on my 600-pound life. What are you talking about? Yes, so ETH 2.0 in its full capacity won't be here until late 2023 or 2024. Don't get fooled by the hype. Exactly. And not a lot of people understand that, right? They just think it's going to come out and be going absolute crazy. Wagme gonna go complete apeshit. I heard Rodney had like 100 billion. Dude, if Wagme goes apeshit, if Wagme does anything these other gaming tokens do, it's over. I win the game. I won. It's crazy. One Life says Volt Inu price December. Now, here's the thing. I was doing some thinking yesterday while talking to a friend, and I'm like, man, exchanges don't do shit for projects. But what it does do is it keeps the trading volume high, which adds to the marketing wall. And I know that might seem obvious, but if you think if you look at things from like an investor standpoint, it doesn't really do things for you right away. What it does is absolutely nothing, because yes, it's on exchanges, but the price isn't moving, and that's not really a bullish thing, right? From an investor standpoint. But what it does for the project is that it keeps the trading volume up because it's in more places. So that adds to the marketing wall, and the team can actually pay for things. Hence why Volt's been able to break bread during this bear market, because Volt is making a lot of partnerships. So I do have to give them props for that. That's a big deal. I didn't really think of it that way, because that's looking at it from a team standpoint, not an investor standpoint, right? It's crazy. It's crazy. So that does make perfect sense. That does make perfect sense on why these cryptocurrencies want to get on exchanges more than anything, right? But they gotta start thinking. They got to start thinking about the investor a little more. So CoinDesk, I like this. JP Morgan, Ethereum miners face an abrupt change following the merge. So this is from JP Morgan, which this is obvious, right? But let's read this article. So Ethereum Classic miners are likely to be among the main beneficiaries of the shift to proof of stake validation, the bank said. So Ethereum miners are facing an abrupt change after the network moves to proof of stake consensus mechanism from proof of work system, and the role effectively ends, forcing them to seek alternative income streams, JP Morgan said in a research report Wednesday. Here's the thing. I think if you're an Ethereum miner, and the fact that ETH 2.0 has been kind of hinted at for months now, right? Or about a year, right? Year months. You probably have been preparing the entire time to figure something out, right? Another action plan. The switch, also known as the merge, is the first of 5 planned upgrades for the blockchain, and is provisionally expected to take place in September, right? That's the month we're shooting for. Ethereum mining is dominated by GPU graphics processing unit rigs, which are more flexible than those used for Bitcoin mining and can be more easily reconfigured to mine for other coins. So they can make the switch easier than if they were mining Bitcoin. GPU rigs can be used for mining compatible cryptocurrencies such as Ethereum Classic, Ravencoin, and Ergo, as well as for gaming, it said. Right? Ethereum mining is popular because of its profitability, the bank said, and the shift to mining other cryptocurrencies could mean a hit to profits in the near term. In addition, the sudden influx of large mining pools to a different coin could squeeze margins for the incumbents, the report added. Those Ether miners using ASIC, application-specific integration circuits, equipment have few alternatives beyond Ethereum Classic. Now, I know this is kind of boring to you guys, but it looks like these miners are going to have to make a shift to another cryptocurrency product, or really something else. And the thing is, if you are like seasoned at mining Ethereum, I'm sure that this is not a big deal for you, because you probably have a plan B, right? Detrick says, Roddy, bro, what happened to you doing the videos for CMC? I hope it still works for you, Brody. I decided to stop doing videos for CoinMarketCap. Although it was a good opportunity and I thought it was fun and it was good for my exposure, they didn't really pay too well. The pay was pretty bad. It really wasn't worth my time. Like, because a lot of effort and time goes into those videos, because I wanted to be perfect, like picture perfect. But their YouTube page doesn't get a ton of interaction. It really doesn't. Not to say that it won't in the future, but they have like 350,000 subscribers, but they only get a few thousand views per video, which is like a bad ratio. Not to say that in the future it won't get crazy, but I just thought that working on my own brand would be better. And plus, I had to put on more of a filter when I was working for CoinMarketCap, which I didn't like. But actually, hold on. Let's see. CoinMarketCap, BNB. Was it MetaMask? MetaMask, BNB chain. Oh, the video's still there. I think they left it there. We got about 10K views on that video, which is good, right? Let's go. I didn't get paid for this video, by the way. They have 400,000 subscribers, but they get like 1,000 views per video, which is not bad. But our Coffee and Crypto stream gets about 1,000 views every day. And they get more, right? Debit or credit. But like for 350,000, I think I could do better, right? That's a lot of subscribers for like 1,000 views. But they're still doing it. The team is great. I just think the pay structure is bad. Like, these guys are fantastic. Good dudes. And there's a lady in there somewhere, unless she quit. She might have quit too. Yeah. Great team. And it was fun making that video, but when I'm doing AMAs for like 20 times that amount, it's like, what's the point? What's the point? What's the point? A lot of work goes. Like I would stay up like late making those videos. I had a couple already. I was ready to rock. A couple more I was ready to rock with. So shout out to them. Good team, but you got to pay, man. Volt Army. Volt Army in the house says, bro, how can you see a strong army and still say it's trash? Even a blind man knows what's up. Community is everything. Yes, community is everything when Lambo. And Volt Inu is not bad. I get it. Here's the thing, though. Volta Change is unique and it's not unique. It's unique in the sense that you don't have to pay listing fees, kind of like Uniswap, but they're going to get transaction fees for any product that lists on them. So they pretty much want to be a Uniswap. Right? They want to be a Uniswap because Uniswap makes all of its profits on people just, transaction fees. Like SataMask has like, I think it was like a $30,000 listing fee at the time. And then same thing with like Shibnobi Swap. So community is everything, but community only gets you so far, right? You need utility to bring in more community. That's what I'm saying. But Volt will pump. Big A Armor. Yes, I do have WAGMI NFTs. I sure do. I have one. I bought it right at the beginning. It's not rare or anything like that, but not a big NFT guy. I have a few, but what's up? Bonao? Damn, the gain difference. The gains. Let's go. Delete zeros. Let's go. Yeah, I mean, so Josh Inu says, any news on the Ethereum hackathon going on right now in South Korea? It's on a coming events page for Ethereum. I don't know anything about it, but if you guys are familiar with hackathons, shout out to Teddy Ganja. Was he actually did those and pretty much to get a bunch of smart people and try to break Ethereum, right? They try to say, hey, hack our blockchain. A lot of people like talk shit about Ethereum, but it's really safe, right? It's really safe, and that's what you want. And so what they're doing is challenging people, like rewarding people, like handsomely for being able to, find an exploit in the Ethereum ecosystem. So Detrick says, damn, I feel it, but it was a great opportunity to meet some new contacts in the industry. You're doing fantastic anyways, bro. Big props to you. Love the show. Thank you so much, Detrick. I appreciate that. Yeah, I thought about it too. I'm like, this would probably be a good deal, but at the time, it just didn't make sense. I had so many like promotional video offers and like, dude, and when you're getting paid in like Ethereum or other cryptocurrencies, like, stable coins and stuff, like you want to take that opportunity to get all that money so you can invest it for the future. Right. And that's how I saw it. And $150 per video, that's kind of robbery. That's that's robbery. That's what I think, at least. Delete says Scott's a fraud, including his fake accent. I think his accent is fake. Twitch says in the meme market, real market, everything maybe, but when it comes to the real world, I want to see numbers, statistics, and data. Oh, you want to see numbers and data? All right, chat's going crazy. Yeah, that's not enough money, dude. Teddy is a 2-time hackathon winner. Yes, exactly. I think his accent is real. Y'all tripping. Y'all tripping like a motherfucker. All right, let's check out some. Oh shit! Crypto news. We got some crypto news going on. Hold on, give me a second. We got some crypto news. Make sure to do me a favor, clickety-clack that like button, push us up in the old algorithm. So we have some crypto news from CNBC, which I think is fantastic. Clickety-clack that like button. Yeah, Scott's cool, man. I know, Saitama thing didn't work out, but a lot of people were fooled by Saitama. At one point, we were too. We just kind of like stopped, right? So I want to talk about, Coinbase and Coinbase going forward, because right now, look, they're in a little bit of trouble. They're in a little bit of trouble right now. People are talking shit. People are talking shit about Coinbase. Now, of course, Coinbase is the largest exchange that operates in the United States. Now, of course, they had this huge issue right? Where a couple of people or one person involved with Coinbase and two of his friends or brothers or something like that was busted for insider trading. The SEC has, there's been an the FBI investigated that, and it turns out, yes, they were insider trading. These guys were one of the guys, was like a manager for some part of Coinbase, don't know. But when tokens were getting listed on Coinbase, since getting listed on Coinbase is a huge fucking deal, right? It's a huge deal. Although, yes, Coinbase is a big exchange, they just don't let anybody list. They're a lot of other exchanges just let anybody list. Coinbase doesn't have a huge library of tokens on their platform, but they're still being criticized for that. Anyways, this guy would say, for example, I work at Coinbase and I knew that Poopy Butt Inu coin was getting listed tomorrow or next week. Well, then I would load up on Poopy Butt Inu coin in a DeFi wallet. And once it got listed on Coinbase, I would sell it for a profit. Now, he did this to about $1.5 million, which seems like chump change in the space, but that takes a lot of trading. Someone noticed it, reported him, FBI, yada, yada, yada. Okay, so that was the issue. Then the SEC is saying that some of the tokens they listed were clearly, securities. Okay, well, there's that issue. Now they were getting some heat for not hitting their, earnings numbers. And then before, it was a rumor that they were going to go bankrupt and everybody's freaking out, but there was no evidence to that, right? But the big bullish thing we saw about Coinbase is that they got a partnership with BlackRock, which is huge. BlackRock is a huge powerhouse in our space, right? And their ties to USDC coin, right? Now, they manage trillions of dollars. That's a big deal. So a partnership with someone like BlackRock, to me, is a huge deal. Keep that in mind, right? So let's check it out.
And that inflation has peaked. Plus, Coinbase just reported $1 billion loss. We sit down with the company's CFO.
Real quick, CFOs are important, right? Chief Financial Officers. Backstory. Time Wonderland, DeFi, hired some guy as their CFO, or probably knew about it. Now, Time Wonderland's a complete scam now. We know that. It was a DAO. That was the co-founder of the Quadriga exchange. Hello, that was a scam. And was arrested in California for a scam and was involved in other scams. So I like to see a doxed person, right? You know what? Regulation, I'm so torn because I think there needs to be proper KYC for some of these big projects, but I also like the anonymity part of DeFi. But God damn it, it's too easy for these people to scam people. It's too easy, right? What's up, Echoes? What's up, baby? Echoes from above, killing it. If you like more traditional finance, kind of in the financial sphere, what's going on, and a little bit of drama, I see. Check out Echoes from Above, killer channel, and you're killing it, bro. Let's continue. Let's go.
Welcome to CNBC's Crypto World. I'm Tanea McKeel. Digital assets are rallying today after new economic data showed inflation may be slowing down.
This is for Michigan, so we're going to get to the we're going to get to the interview.
Thanks, Kate. It's so nice to meet you in person. We've had such an opportunity to talk online, but this is a wonderful opportunity to be here and on this beautiful day in San Francisco.
Exactly. Blue sky day here. And we've got a lot to talk about. Coinbase just reported second quarter results. Not quite what Wall Street was expecting. A big loss, more than $1 billion. What was behind that? Was this all the lag in crypto trading that we've seen? Walk us through that.
So I want to back up. So yes, we had $1.1 billion of net loss this quarter. But I think it's really important to understand that a lot of that was crypto asset impairment. So if you adjust for crypto asset impairment, it was a $647 million net loss for the quarter, which was in line with what we expected and what we had provided commentary on our May earnings call. So crypto asset impairment is we hold a bunch of crypto on our balance sheet. We have a lot of ventures investments on our balance sheet. And whenever the price drops below the carrying value, we impair to that lowest level. So what we also shared in our 10Q is price actually recovered past that. And so the fair value is higher than the cost basis, but we impair to the lowest price point that it ever reaches during the quarter.
So this is an accounting charge. A lot of other companies have gone through this too. Tesla, for example.
That's correct.
So is this something investors should expect going forward if the price of
First of all, this is a horrible spot to do an interview. You hear the wind back there, so not good. But yes, CNBC lately has been very, very good when it comes to delivering cryptocurrency news. Accurate. They have smart people on the channel. It's been very, very legit. It's been insane, and that's why we're giving them some props. Mark Miller, what is up? Just man, what's up, baby? Twitch Radio says, don't forget BlackRock and some of these bigger entities are all not rainbows and sunshine. That is true. But they're big partnerships for crypto, right? Especially since the whole theory behind the Terra Luna collapse was BlackRock, apparently, right? What's up, Lacey White? Welcome.
Bitcoin doesn't recover,
What's
will
up, Roger?
impairment charges be a big part of Coinbase's earnings?
So anytime that it drops below that carrying value, yes, there's going to be further impairment. However, we've now impaired down to like a $17,000 Bitcoin price in Q2. So Bitcoin has come up beyond that. So we need to say it could drop below where it is today, but if it drops a step function lower, then there'll be further impairment for the existing assets we hold.
You talked a lot about
that
the
makes sense.
subscription and services revenue. That saw a pretty meaningful jump, but it's still really all about trading fees for Coinbase. When can investors expect meaningful diversification for Coinbase on the revenue side?
We are working on that. I would say that one of the things that we look about and we say in our Q this time, we said when we went public, is you need to zoom out. You really need to look at crypto across a price cycle. This is not a quarter-over-quarter linear story. And when you look at that in 2-year increments, we grew our subscription and services from 4% of revenue to 18% of revenue. We've grown them 44% year over year. Or when we showed in our letter, if you do it on a price adjusted basis, we've actually seen pretty linear growth from just the adoption of these products and services. So we are seeing traction. We are continuing to roll out new products that fit into this bucket, but it will take time because there's been such interest in trading that we need to look at those as just on 2 different paths. And trading is going to go up and down with market, and subscription and services just going to like plod it out, growing in healthy growth rates, but at a slower pace because we have such reliance on trading revenue. So
That's pretty interesting, right? Because Coinbase Pro is actually pretty good for trading. And a lot of people I watch actually use Coinbase Pro to trade. I think Robinhood has a better interface, in my opinion, but Coinbase is also tailored just to cryptocurrency. But Robinhood has a pretty good little trading system, mobile or your desktop for making trades on cryptocurrency. The only thing is that or cryptocurrency or whatever assets they have. The only thing is that I don't like the way the charts look on Robinhood. It's not the best. But if you know the numbers that you want to buy and sell at, it's easy to set those up. And Coinbase Pro is, it's pretty good too. So she's saying that they're relying a lot on a lot of those subscriptions, and trading volume is going to kind of ebb and flow, right? Right now it looks bad because the market's not looking too good. But once the hype comes back, or maybe some more stability is added to cryptocurrency in the form of more money entering cryptocurrency. That's why it's so volatile. There's not a ton of money in cryptocurrency. Well, things will probably look better for them, right?
Proud of the trajectory. We're continuing to vest, but let's see. It'll take a couple years, I would say.
Okay, so slower growth on that side. And then
44%, I don't think is slow growth year over year. That's pretty decent growth
compared to what
slow
people
compared to
might
what
be
people might be expecting, but we're really proud of the growth.
And so a year ago, this company was profitable, or at least reported a net profit. How are you thinking about that return to profitability? I know you talked about, again, a long-term play here, but what should investors expect? Is there a timeline they can look for?
Across a price cycle. And so we tried to be really transparent when we went public about how we were going to operate Coinbase. And we think about it as operating across a price cycle, that we're in this nascent industry, early days. And we did generate a lot of revenue last year. We generated $4 billion of EBITDA last year. And we
$7 billion. Now, of course they did. Yesterday. Yesteryear, right? 2021 was a huge year for cryptocurrency. It was like 95% of people in cryptocurrency got into cryptocurrency last year, right? Because of the crazy, insane run. So that does make perfect sense. That lines up. So of course they made an insane amount of revenue yet. The year's not over yet, right? The year's not over yet. Who knows what could happen?
Said we were going to take that and invest that into new products, new services to get to that diversification of revenue point that you mentioned. And so we're not looking to be profitable every quarter. We're looking to be profitable across a cycle and to break even. When we get mature, when we see that we are in the place that we can move on to forecasting on a predictable basis, then we can talk about profits when we're in the more mature part of the phase. But it is early days. So our focus on growth.
And also cutting some spending as well.
Well, I think this is really important. So as we go through cycles, we go up, we take a lot of profits. We then invest those in the business, but we want to be prudent. And so we are really thoughtful and we manage to guardrail metrics. It's how we think about our business. So when we set forth this year, we said, we don't know if it's going to be a winter or not. We don't know exactly where the crypto markets will go. And we started the year with a really wide range of 5 to 15 million MTU. That was taking into consideration, it could be an up year, it could be a down year. And now we've seen down markets. But with that, we said, if we're in that down market, we will do our best to manage to a guardrail of $500 million EBITDA loss. That is obviously more difficult in the stress market conditions we find ourselves. And we took the cuts to our headcount and to other operating expenses to better be able to manage to that. And we're going to fight to get to there. We may not do it, but we are doing everything we can to have at the guardrail.
It sounds like me talking, right? Just kind of like randomly fucking spewing shit, right? She's kind of bad at speaking, but hey, doesn't mean she can't get work done, right? Yeah, she's not good. She's kind of just rambling, right? But it does make sense, right? So how Coinbase is adjusting its business for the crypto winter. Biz makes a good point. Everyone wants crypto companies to 50x in a quarter. Geez, have some patience. Wait, right? Wait. And Lacey does not like Robinhood. Lacey, okay, I know Robinhood did a bad thing because trust me, when Dogecoin, when they halted traded on Dogecoin, when it started to dump, and other things like GameStop and AMC, fucking terrible. But it is still easy to use, right? Like Webull and other trading platforms look like the fucking Matrix, right? Look like the fucking Matrix.
Looking at that $500 million against our $6 billion of cash, we think that's the right investment level. We think that gives us a lot of runway to continue to grow the business, continue to invest, but do so prudently.
And how are you managing that? So it's a competitive landscape. You've got FTX, Binance, Robinhood now moving into the space. So you want to compete and spend to compete, but also cut back. As a CFO, how are you managing that?
I welcome these all to compete in this space. We actually think that there is room for many more competitors in crypto because we believe this is going to become a meaningful part of the economy and that more and more assets will move to token form. We're seeing more and more transactions move to stablecoins as an example. And so if you watch the growth of USDC as an example, now $55 billion plus, people using that for expenses, using that for investments, we see that there's just going to be a flippening. We're doing more in Bitcoin, we're doing more in Ethereum. And so we can't be the only bank out there banking crypto. We need the competition that you see with Citi and Bank of America and JP Morgan and Goldman Sachs and Morgan Stanley. Like there's a room for all of us. And so one, we're growing the TAM, but two, the way we compete is we're trying to be an integrated platform. We are trying to offer the one-stop shop for our retail investors, for our institutional investors. They can come to Coinbase, they can buy their crypto, they can then stake their crypto, they can spend it on a card, they can then use that crypto and through our DApp wallet, get integrated with DeFi, buy an NFT, all in one platform. Today,
now, real quick, talking about what she's saying, I think this is completely right. It's correct. And like Echoes from Above says, Robinhood is legit for beginners. Once you learn more, you got to upgrade. Same thing applies for Coinbase. Like literally using Coinbase is like logging into your grandpa's dumb phone, right? Which is big ass numbers and letters, right? And big buttons. That's pretty much what you get with Coinbase and Robinhood. It's easy. It's simplified. It gets your feet wet or your whatever wet if you're into that, right? Now, with that being said, Coinbase Wallet is a good kind of, it goes hand in hand with the Coinbase centralized exchange. It's a big deal. You can use their DeFi wallet. And I love that. My first kind of intro into cryptocurrency was with Coinbase Wallet. And it was so easy to like load up on Ethereum or whatever I needed that, the Coinbase Wallet supported and just purchase it from my Coinbase exchange. It would go from my exchange to my wallet. They link together and send money, from my wallet to my exchange to cash it out for fiat or anything like that. I think it is a perfect one-stop shop, especially the way Coinbase Wallet is looking now. Now, my biggest criticism with Coinbase Wallet before was the fact that I didn't think that it was as it wasn't as compatible to other things like MetaMask was. MetaMask seems a little less pretty looking, a little less polished, but I feel like MetaMask is everywhere and it could do everything. Now, Coinbase is starting to step their game up, right? So I think it's true.
Today, when you try and buy an NFT before we integrated all of these services together, it was a clunky experience. You had to go from buying your crypto, moving your crypto to your self-hosted wallet, connecting it to a DApp, buying the DApp, talking about it over on Discord. We want to bring that all into one centralized
she mentioned Discord, baby.
That's how we'll compete for users on our platform.
And what about marketing? You guys had a Super Bowl ad last year, for
did.
example. What is the ad budget going to look like as you're pulling back here?
So we've moved the budget for the rest of this year to be fixed spend. Previously, we thought about it as variable as a percent of revenue. But with the eyes on trying to be thoughtful about costs, we are moving to a fixed dollar budget for the year, which is going to be between $500 and $600 million of spend. We will reevaluate that spend in 2023. What we find in these markets, though, is performance marketing isn't as rewarding as it is during bull markets. And so we can lower that performance marketing spend while we still get our name out there, still find the right organic ways to bring customers to our platform. And it's a trade-off. Like everything else, we're trying to make the right dollar of investment, but still be prudent with our spend.
And what about user growth? There was a bit of a slowdown, and you gave us some July.
And we'll listen to the user growth right here, but that's pretty much where we're going to end this video. But we're going to talk about user growth. We're going to listen to that, and then we'll answer Jeep Man's donation because that's a very interesting question. But this is where we're going to end it because user growth is important.
Numbers as well, 8 million monthly transacting users. Does crypto need to recover? Does prices need to recover for those users to get back into the game and start trading again, and for Coinbase to add more users? What is sort of the end game here to grow user base?
So I think it comes through a number of different vectors. So we've always seen a certain percentage of customers who are the trader-only customers ebb and flow with price cycles. So as crypto is going up, you see more traders come in. If crypto goes down, they move into a hodler mentality. But we think there's going to be different growth drivers for access to NFTs or access to staking, access to yield products. And we're starting to see that behavior as you're starting to see customers come to the platform for different use cases. And so our goal is to drive more daily utility. What we see on other platforms is daily utility is really the secret to broader customer engagement. And we need to move crypto in that direction. So what do I daily need to do with my crypto versus use it as a trade, where it may be a more monthly or more opportunistic activity?
And what about
That makes sense, right? That makes sense. And that's where we're going to end that interview. But very, very good interview. I've watched the entire thing already. So it's over on CNBC. Shout out to them. Give them a like and a follow, or at least this part of it. I know people don't like the mainstream news. Look, I feel a certain way politically and those sorts of things. But CNBC has done a fucking bang up job getting cryptocurrency experts and understanding cryptocurrency and having them on their channel. Really the first one that's mainstream that has gotten things right. Because the last year or so, we've been looking for news, and you just can't find any legit news that's just not it's not really technical. It's all broad, right? Cryptocurrency is pumping. It's nothing good, and they've done a good job at really trying to understand it. And I know that more and more networks will follow suit. This is part of mass adoption. Now, when they talk about increasing users, now obviously when it comes to FOMO and those sorts of things, when cryptocurrency is running, people are going to be downloading these apps like crazy. The barrier to entry is way lower, we think, than a regular DeFi wallet. That's how we see it. Although, if you think about it in the grand scheme of things, having a DeFi wallet is easier to set up than a centralized exchange. Now, Jeepman says, why is Coinbase holding funds? Then my account is locked for 35 days for no reason after I made a deposit. Thank you so much for the $5 donation, Jeepman. Now, look, I don't know. I don't know why that's happening, because that didn't happen to me. But if you are making a Coinbase account right off the bat, it is going to take a while for you to get KYC'd, right? They need to know who the hell you are with your ID. It's going to take a while for your bank account information to kind of check back and make sure you're legit, make sure your debit card clears and all that good stuff. It takes a while for you to get started on the centralized exchange. It's faster now, but it used to take maybe a couple days or maybe even a week sometimes. Whereas a MetaMask wallet, you just open that bitch up instead of, you know what I mean? But then you have to enter your credit card number and those sorts of things to get funds, credit or debit, into your MetaMask account, right? So it's easier, right? I don't know, Jeep man. 35 days is insane. That's way too long. Usually, I remember Binance, BNB or Binance US took the longest for funds to clear. So I don't know. But 35 days is crazy. That's not normal. I would try to call a number if I could, Jeep man. That's kind of crazy. I don't know why Coinbase would be holding your funds and your account would be locked. I'm not sure why. All right, that doesn't make any sense to me. That doesn't make any sense to me at all. And I want to talk about this because I think this is super important. So check this out. Opinion piece, right? Crypto's downturn makes space for education and regulations. Investors can still become early adopters before crypto reaches full maturity. A lot of people think it's too late for crypto. Guys, it's early, right? I think the biggest thing that this downturn has showed us is the amount of fuckery that's been going on in cryptocurrency, and has really filled us with knowledge. What's up, G Vibes? The education, the things we have learned over the last eight months has been absolutely insane. Insane, right? I think that although it's bittersweet, the fact that the market has done such a huge pullback has really showed us what to buy and what not to buy when it comes to actual cryptocurrency products that we see as blue chip projects, because it's easy for us to go to a shitcoin and say, well, they have a cute picture of a dog. The team is not doxed. There's no KYC. They have a 20% sales tax, a 10% buy tax. And it looks like this deployer wallet's linked to other cryptocurrency projects. It's easy for us to identify a scam token project that's out of the top 100. But now we're getting better at being able to identify a shitty project in the top 100, the top 50 cryptocurrencies, right? Now we can look at some of these and say, well, maybe that's not a good long-term investment. And I think it was Josh who made this point, or maybe DJ earlier. I forgot, but the top 50 cryptocurrency products are way different than they were during the bull run, right? Things are different. So keep that in mind. Keep that in mind. And I think that this education is probably the most crucial part of everything that's happened, right? Us learning what to look for. And it's probably better to dollar cost average instead of trying to time the market, because people get one, prediction right and they're like fucking Houdini, And the fact is, no one knows what's going to happen. We have an idea, but no one really knows unless you're Nancy Pelosi. Then you have all the insider information, right? So unless your name is Nancy, well, then you don't fucking know what's going to happen with the market. Shout out to her. Rules for thee, but not for me. All right. So keep that in mind. Keep that in mind. Education has been absolutely insane. Absolutely insane. Chris Croc says also the negative FUD over the last few months hasn't helped crypto either. But check this out. There's always been FUD in cryptocurrency. Why? People think YouTube is clickbait. The original media is clickbait, right? This is what they do. Bitcoin dead counter. This is so Bitcoin has died 461 times. So if you go to all time, all these red dots are history of when the media has saying Bitcoin is dead, which in turn cryptocurrency is dead. You can see over the last year where cryptocurrency has been dead. And it tells you by the article. So Bitcoin is unraveling Ponzi scheme. Twitter, $19,000. Virtual currency is a Ponzi scheme. Forbes at $21,000. Bitcoin is utterly worthless. Business Standard when it was at $21,000. So there's all these Bitcoin obituaries, right? Which is hilarious, right? Crypto assets are a catastrophe. Concern.tech, $29,000. So these are the headlines. These are going to be the real fear, uncertainty, and doubt headlines. And if you go to 2021, there's literally a ton of people saying, look at these. It's Twitter, it's Daily Mail, Financial Times. These are big, news outlets. CNBC, right? Bitcoin may not last much longer. 46,000. Now CNBC literally has dedicated news segments, right? That are running 10 minutes plus almost every day. Bitcoin could become worthless. The Guardian at $46,000. The deputy governor, Sir John Cunliffe, said the bank had to be ready for the risk. Bitcoin is nothing but a Ponzi scheme. CapX. So this is the Bitcoin obituary. So, we're going to see people talk shit about cryptocurrency all the way to the top and all the way to the bottom. Let's go back in 2012. Why Bitcoin can't be a currency. The Underground Economist at 23 cents. Michael List says he's a huge fan. Can I get a shout out? Absolutely, Michael List. Thank you so much for being a fan and hanging out with us today. Appreciate you. Big shout out to Michael. Back in 2012, why Bitcoin will fall. Forbes. So that's the end of Bitcoin at $15. Forbes. In 2011, imagine taking $100 of your dollars and buying Bitcoin. Just imagine. Can you remember what you were doing in 2011? Look, I tell this story all the fucking time, and it hurts my soul. It's the Corona Ethereum story. So around 2015, 2016, I moved to Portland, Oregon. I was doing well financially. Everything was great. I was hanging out with my friends. Now, I remember going out one day, right? A lot of days, and with my boys, and buying a bunch of people a lot of drinks. Now, one drink specifically was Corona. I remember paying $7 per Corona at that event. It's 2016, right? 2016, 2015, that area. Okay. In 2015, 16 area, Ethereum was around 99 cents. I remember looking at the bill. It was like $100-something, $200. I was like, damn, these Coronas were $7. I like me a nice Corona on a hot day. Nice little lime in it, Crack open a cold one. I'm an IPA guy. But if I want a basic ass beer, Corona with a lime, nothing is Corona Extra with a lime. Don't fucking at me. That shit is the bopper, the king, right? Nice hot day, little Koronskis, little light beer. Watch the caloric intake. Don't want to get too drunk. If I would have just fuck it, if I knew, hindsight's 2020. But look at that. Imagine getting 7 Ethereum, even at today's price, nearly what, 14K, right? For fucking 1 Corona. Put things into perspective, right? The news is just clickbait, just like YouTube. You got to get people to read. You got to get people to flip through the pages. You got to get people to click on the video, go to your website, whatever you got to go through, right? Click through impression is huge. There has to be a level of clickbait. But as we see, the media can say whatever they want, right? Whatever they want. So big deal, right? Big deal. So keep that in mind. It's all perspective. It's all perspective. And crypto, this is the early stages. We are in before regulation and big money are here. Be happy about that. Be excited, right? Who knows where we'll be at in 5-10 years? We might just all be balling out of control, right? Who knows? Generational wealth. So perspective for you guys, perspective. So when I look at, and although market cap matters, but when I look at cryptocurrency projects that are like, I look at like a Polygon and I see 92 cents for Polygon. All I can do is think of the 99-cent Ethereum. And although market caps matter, keep in mind the market cap of Ethereum back then was super low. Can we see market cap size? Market cap, yeah. Let's see, all time super low. I bet it was like fucking. Yeah, so the market cap was around, $10 billion, $15 billion. So market caps do matter, obviously. But every time I see a cryptocurrency product that it's that cheap, that is decent, that's killing it, right? Because this one's what? 9 billion, put things into perspective for you, right? Hey, instead of buying, $10 on that lunch, why don't you pack your food today and put $10 into Polygon? You never fucking know, right? You never fucking know. Ron Elsa's greatest wealth transfer. Heineken or Guinness beer for me. I like how the conversation has really turned into beer. The press says, did you see the news on Hotbit? I did see the news on Hotbit. So if you guys didn't know, Hotbit's pretty big in the small cap meme token space. Like if you like meme coins, Hotbit's one of the first exchanges you launch on. And a lot of projects also launch on Hotbit before they even launch. Or excuse me, they get the Hotbit listing before they even launch on a decentralized exchange, right? Like on Uniswap or something. Hotbit's crypto watch. So they said, Hotbit, so crypto trading platform Hotbit suspends service amid criminal investigation into former employee. Nani? So the person worked for the platform until April and was involved in an internal project suspected of violating criminal laws. Interesting. So they have to sort these things out for Hotbit. Look at the government, the SEC, regulators, they're starting to dig into these cryptocurrency projects. I was looking on Watcher Guru earlier today and I saw this. So just in, South Korea arrests 3 people in a probe of $3.4 billion worth of transactions tied to illegal crypto activity. And someone says cleaning house. Shout out to City Girl. Yes, they're cleaning house, right? $3.4 billion worth of transactions tied to illegal crypto activities. What are those illegal crypto activities? I'm telling you guys, they're fucking watching from the sidelines and they're busting the big fish right now, but they'll start getting to the little fish very, very soon. Right? Very, very soon. That's why places like Tornado Cash are starting to, go under. Now, so check this out. Justin DYDX exchange confirms blocking wallets tied to Tornado Cash. So some of these exchanges, since Tornado Cash can't run in the United States, you can't use Tornado Cash in the United States. A lot of these crypto platforms that, want to be open to, new investor money and regulation in the future are going to start cutting off ties to shady platforms. And Tornado Cash is one of those. So, it's going to go crazy. It's, who knows? Who knows what's going to happen? The law is watching, right? The law is watching. Was Japanese Shinsei Bank has launched Bitcoin and XRP rewards program for customers. Oh, that's nice. Okay. So a big bank in Japan has launched Bitcoin and XRP reward programs for customers. Now it's funny because XRP is duking it out with the government right now. So we'll see what happens with that, or the fucking SEC. BlackRock launches private trust offering clients exposure to spot Bitcoin. That's cool. Every day we see a little piece of it, right? Every day you see a little piece of it. All right, let's go ahead and talk to the chat. I know, Chrissy. I know. Makes me want to cry. Makes me want to cry, Chris. Yes. And at the all-time high, 7 times 5? That's a lot of money, right? That's a lot of money. Crazy, You're making 35K at all-time high, close-ish, right? Around that area, that ballpark. For one Heineken back in the day. So imagine, one Corona back in the day. So it puts things into perspective, right? Polygon's around that same market cap. So when I look at something like that, I'm like, okay, well, maybe in 10 years, this will be a good decision. Yep, I love some IPA, but you can't beat a basic Corona with a lime. I don't understand the Coors drinkers. I don't like Coors. The banquet beer, yeah, it's beer pong beer, baby. Yeah, Roger is actually becoming quite a beer guru. Roger works like a actual good job half the day, then works at a brewery the second half of the day, which is crazy. I don't know how you work that much, man. Get after it. Well, I grinded like that before, but you're getting after it, and you're exposed to all the good beers. Now, I worked at a brewery for a little bit when I moved to Portland for a couple months, or a few months actually, that had award-winning beer in Portland. That's a big deal in Portland. Portland and San Diego are neck and neck when it comes to the best beer. So I had exposure to a lot of the best IPAs out on the market. And let me tell you, man, that working at that job made me fall in love with IPAs. After you get off your shift, you get a shift beer. But if you knew the bartender, they would always hook you up with extra beer. So I get to try all the good beers, and that's where I fell in love with IPAs. But man, a basic Corona on a hot day, something light, nothing too heavy, you're good, right? You're good. Ronell says, I know for the fact the dollar bill needs a lot of more water to make, and they said Bitcoin causes climate change and power. Well, if you think of the grand scheme of things, cryptocurrency is not a huge thing just yet, right? It's in our space and it's important to us, but in the grand scheme of things, not a lot of people really know about cryptocurrency. They're hearing about it more and more. So the environmental impact it could have if it was bigger, we don't know it. So that's why moving from proof of work to proof of stake is going to be huge for mass adoption. Because yes, Ethereum, they say right now, it's not causing a huge environmental impact. But if, say, for example, Ethereum stayed proof of work, what if it became bigger? Well, there need to be more mining, and that would cause an even greater impact on the environment. So, the US dollar is everywhere. It's the world's currency. Nice, Roger. Let me go down. I guess Elon's selling more Tesla stock to buy Twitter. I think so. When are you going to make 2-hour live stream again? Honestly, guys, there's nothing to talk about for 2 hours. All right. 2 hours is too much. There's just nothing to talk about unless there's a huge news story. It just gets kind of if we go from cryptocurrency to some random topic, which I like, and I'll do that in the night streams like we did last night. But some people just come for the news and they want the news. The cryptocurrency drama is fascinating. All right. It's 5:00 summer. You like cider? I'm not a big cider person. I do like me some seltzers, only because honestly, it sounds kind of weird, but I can track their calories more accurately, and they're not too heavy. And they're literally a seltzer is 5% alcohol. So it's as much as drinking it's more than drinking a light beer, which has usually 4 point something. Hennessy and a Bud Light, okay. Heineken's pretty good. Cold hazy IPA fresh off tap is better than the 20x bull market. Dude, that's a vibe, Free Machine. That's a vibe, right? Not better, but a vibe. Why don't you have much Bitcoin? Because Bitcoin, I'm just not a huge Bitcoin guy. I think Bitcoin's great for, if you're a maxi, but Ethereum was my first baby, right? Ethereum was my first entry into cryptocurrency. Ethereum and Dogecoin. And Bitcoin to me, I don't I think Ethereum has a higher upside. The safest thing right now is Bitcoin, in my opinion, obviously, because it's the big daddy, right? It's the mover of markets. But Ethereum is close. So alcohol is subjective, just like a vehicle cloth, fishing rods. Me, I like Pabst Blue Ribbon beer. Pabst is really popular in Portland, but it's not popular down here. Yeah, I mean, it depends what you like, because people say IPAs because IPAs are like, a little. It's a taste curve, right? It's a taste curve, right? You don't like it right away. Usually people don't like it right away. And like you could just start really tasting the differences in the beer. They're similar but different in different ways, right? Once you start like becoming more familiar with them, and they get you fucking shit canned right away. Drink a fucking IPA on an empty stomach or close to that, or like start off your first like beer on your happy hour with an IPA. You're starting off on the right foot, right? Whereas maybe a Corona takes me a couple or maybe 3 of them to get me going, and it's like volume, What stable coins will pair when ETH switches over? What do you mean, Cold Breeze? I think that you know, it'll still be, all stable coins will be compatible with ETH. It has to be. All right. Psycho Hunt with the $20 donation says we can do beer talk second hour. Thank you so much for the $20 donation. Well, today is my off day from working out, so I'll stay on a little longer. Today is my off day from working out. So I did push pull legs. Today's my cardio. So I'll be doing like an hour walk or something like that. I haven't been walking in quite a while, just because I've been so busy with the channel. And then we're going to be streaming on the video game channel, if you guys are into that. The Twitch channel. So maybe around noon or 1 p.m. we'll start streaming. Maybe earlier, who knows? PBR and a shot of whiskey, the hipster special in Portland. Shout out to Ed. What do you think of Satoshi Island? I don't know what that is. Thank you so much for the $2 donation, but I don't know what that is. Yeah, double IPA is crazy, but they never serve you in a big ass glass. They serve you in those little bitch glasses. So gotta buy 2 of them. Yes, crypto will be fun. They have a key limes. Do anything key lime just fucking slaps. Let's get that out the way. Anything key lime, it just fucking bops. Edgar says they have a key lime cider at this place by the beach I go to, and I put a slice of orange, and it's really good. Man, that sounds good. Yeah, today my rest day. My knee's going well, but I need to stretch and foam roll out more. Yeah, I probably shouldn't even walk, because God knows your leg needs it. Like, I've been really slowing down my healing of my knee because I just had surgery about 5 months ago. Because I've been like working out, walking, and all kinds of shit. So don't forget about the J song. You mean the Glizzy? Brett, I play Super Smash Brothers Melee, or excuse me, Ultimate. So if you're into that, links to my Twitch is in the description down below. We're actually growing pretty quick on Twitch. Holy shit, maybe we'll be partnering on Twitch pretty quick. Yesterday, we had a fantastic stream. We streamed for about 3 hours. We'll probably stream more today, but I appreciate you guys hanging out with me over there. We're getting better. Obviously, in the grand scheme of things, we suck at Super Smash Brothers, but me and Jayhawk have been holding it down for the D-Gens when we're playing. So people watch from this channel, but no one else plays it. I think except for me and Jayhawk. I think we're the only ones who play. And of course, we have Roger and Jeebus and Ed. Twitch says his top 5 cryptos are ETH 2.0, XRP, XLM, Algo, and ADA. And I'm considering Matic and Gala. Those are 2 good considerations. I like Gala. I'm bullish on Gala Games. Someone asked me yesterday, do I think Gala Games can be as successful as the Sandbox and Decentraland? And I said, absolutely. Wilbury says, some platforms say the main stablecoins fear a hack when trying to merge the new ETH system. No, I mean, usually bridges are the ones that are the things that get exploited. But you're not going to need to bridge for the main stablecoins for Ethereum 2.0 because you have USDC and then Tether. You should be good. Brett, I do not play Halo, but I played a lot of Halo 2 back in the day, and I mean a lot. Like I got to a point where I was playing with really good people, and I was able to beat some of those people. Like these guys played at tournaments and stuff, and I played a lot of Halo 2. Battle rifles, lockout. You know what I'm talking about? But I don't play anymore. Now, what I am keeping up though, Brett, is with Moist Critical and that challenge he put out for Halo. So I've been watching that, and I saw the guy. I forgot his name. I saw him pass that insane challenge. So I'm huge into like the Twitch culture and gaming. I just started streaming myself. I don't game that much. I only have a Switch. I play like old school Nintendo games, Legend of Zelda, and then now Super Smash Bros. Ultimate a little more. So I'm like the best person in Super Smash and like my group of people that I play with, I'd say. But like online, I'm just ass. So it's time to get better. Portland or Portugal is better. I don't know. I've been to Portland. I haven't been to Portugal, but I gotta skip some of these chats. You guys are chatty. And Bree. Well, yeah, Bree's there too, but Bree doesn't play Smash with us. Bree just hangs out. And shout out to Bree yesterday, literally hanging out the whole time while she was working and popping in the chat to say what's up. I appreciate you, Bree. Bree says, my friend is a manager at this bar where they made their own beer. They have one called Roast Malone. Legit tastes and smells like coffee. It's so good. I do not like stouts. I do not like stouts. If you like stouts, we have a problem. But some people love stouts. That's coffee beer. What's up, Healing Helping Love says, who took profits? I took profits. Josh says, dude, your Twitch is so fun to be there. I love watching you play Smash Bros. So relaxing and engaged. Dude, I appreciate that, bro. I'm ass, but at least I can entertain. Guinness? Bro, Halo 1 flood scene scared the shit out of me as a kid, dude. I think that scared everybody. Do you play Smash Bros with your viewers? Yeah, absolutely. I put the room up, and I put my Twitch name in the room. So if like you're happen to be if you're on Super Smash Brothers in the lobby and you see my Twitch, you can go to like my actual Twitch channel, or if you're watching me from Twitch, you can join because I have the ID up. Yeah, absolutely. Flavor Dave talking all this shit. It still has not bought a Switch. And Flavor Dave's over there holding it down too. Thank you guys so much, man. Rodney, I just don't like stouts, bro. Thank you. So yeah, you did pop in there, Justin, man, and Chris E popped in there, so I appreciate you. I did not get into the Lunatics token. No, I did not. Josh says, I accidentally poured a full glass of Bailey's thinking it was milk because I never had it. Oh, no. I remember the first time I had Bailey's was in Washington. It was in Portland. I was on a date with this chick, and then, did our, whatever. Anyways, the next morning, we went out to this place called Zell's. I think it was called Zell's Cafe, something like that. And it was like one of the premier cafes in Portland, I guess. One of the best breakfast places. And I've never had Bailey's. Bro, that shit and coffee, first of all, slappity slaps. Bailey's is the shit. I got so shit canned that morning. It was insane. I had like 3 of them bitches in the coffee. It's like a Four Loko, right? Except it's not. It's alcohol and caffeine, right? Actually jet fuel. So shout out to Bailey's. That shit bops. Twitch says, when I used to drink porterhouses down at a local bar here in Tacoma, but I've been alcohol free for about 5 years now. Oh, interesting. That's good, man. Alcohol is weird because it could be rough, right? A lot of people are addicted to alcohol, but it's socially acceptable, so no one cares. But if you're shooting up or smoking crack, then everybody notices, right? Jervalen beat Lasso challenge. That sounds familiar. Jervalen. Why does that sound like a gamer or something like that? Oh yeah, Jervalen. Okay. Okay, Jervalen. That was the name of the Halo streamer, right? Pullback or dump coming? I think a pullback's going to come. Rodney, would you get down on a survival game? What I really want to play is like some scary ass shit, right? J-Hawk literally getting wrecked. Yeah, Bree has a Switch. Get the game, Bree. Come on. Jeebus downloaded it yesterday. It's $60. Just send it. No, it was in coffee. It was in coffee, John. Peru Invest says important announcement. Jay Gagan officially losing his mind, putting vid like Saitama 15,000x. That's 15,000% clickbait. My name is Peru, and I approve this message. What's up, Peru Invest? Our Bitcoin guy. Do not call Bitcoin PTC, or you will catch these Peru Invest hands. Well, shout out to Jay Gagan, one of my homies. We actually just went to a music festival. Fucking probably one of the best weekends of my life. Met some really good people and had a fucking fantastic time with all his friends and people that I met. And Hard Summer had an insane musical lineup. Holy fucking shit. That's my boy. He's over there getting to the bag, making money, grinding, at 15,000x. Yeah, it's probably clickbait, but that's YouTube. It's clickbait, and I heard about that. He might have a Russ on there for another Saitama AMA, which they better be paying Jay Gagan. I hope they pay him, but I don't know, whatever. Keep in mind, Jay Gagan was one of the big reasons why Saitama got so big, right? He was like the guy that really started it on YouTube. Now you had what's his name, Steve at Rocket and Holistic Crypto really were you could say the pioneers of Saitama, but Jake Gagan was really the one that got it going, like with the giveaways, with the content, with the live streams. Like he was the guy that got the ball rolling, all for free. But at the same time, he gained a massive community from Saitama, just like I did, just not as large, right? A lot of my following came from Saitama people, right? I got to 10,000 subscribers fucking overnight, it seemed, because of Saitama followers. And I started flooding it and whatnot. People like those videos, but so yeah, it's clickbait, but hey. You couldn't pour it away expensive because it was in the ice cube trays. Oh, Chris says, "Hey farmer, give me the news while sipping on cold brews, chilling with the DJs, all my friends, talking crypto and everything, not believing the negative FUD and line. What's up, Chris Crocs? You know how we do, baby." I've been making my iced coffee. So what I do is I just fill up my French press. I've been doing this thing where so you get a French press. I grind my coffee beans. Look, I will never. I know I sound like a fucking snob. I will never, ever, ever, never, never, ever, ever, never, never go back to buying ground coffee. You gotta grind it yourself. Get the whole beans. I've been using Stumptown coffee from Target. It's expensive as fuck, but it's good. Right. I've been grinding them bitches. I use my French press. So what you do is once you grind the appropriate amount of beans for your French press, gotta grind them fine. You put them in your French press, right? So you're only supposed to leave the hot water in your French press for 4 minutes. You don't want to do any longer. You can. It's gonna be a little bitter. You don't want to do any less than that because you want to make sure you extract all the coffee from the beans. What you do first, though, for 30 seconds is you just fill up the French press barely enough to barely have water over the beans you have in there. So you're not filling it up all the way. You're just putting enough, and give it 30 seconds to kind of really soak in just the beans and the water, right? So and then after the 30 seconds, you fill up the rest of the French press, and then you let it sit for 4 minutes. And I've been doing that, throwing it in a mason jar overnight, throwing it in my fridge, getting up first thing in the morning. Putting my Splenda and my creamer in there, and then just fucking going to town. Yes, and peppermint schnapps. Rum chata with Fireball. Healing, helping, loving says mixing alcohol and coffee can create kidney stones, yo. Yeah, probably. Dude, alcohol can give you arthritis. Doesn't it make your blood more acidic? Too much of anything can really mess with you, right? Play Outlast if you want a scare. What good games are for what good scary games are for Switch? So when the lawsuit starts flying, Jay Gagan would be charged as promoting Saitama? Nah, he won't be. I mean, if that happens, everyone who made a positive video on Saitama will get charged. Classic Crypto would be fucked. I'd be fucked. Zach would be fucked. Austin, everybody would be fucked. Thanks, Twitch Radio. I appreciate you for hanging out, bro. Have a fantastic day. Peru says, just tell him keep up the good work and also relay my message. Bitcoin is not big. Fucking read it and weep, motherfucker. Anchor says, I was one of the fools that clicked on your videos and fast forward. I'm here for life. I know, right? Pre-ground is not the same. I ordered Starbucks cold brew beans online and make fresh today every 2 to 3 days. Dude, yeah, Starbucks has good coffee. A lot of people hate on Starbucks because they're mainstream, but just because they're mainstream doesn't mean they don't have good coffee. They have good ass coffee. That's why they're mainstream. Why no sugar-free energy drinks anymore? Because I'm not really trying to cut anymore. So the thing that sugar-free energy drinks give me the liberty of is like, I don't like to drink my coffee black. I just don't. And coffee does have calories. And when I'm trying to cut, I like to know exactly what I'm putting in my body, 100% of my calories. So if I'm not losing weight, I know where to take from. If I am if I'm losing too much weight, I know I can add more food. Now, coffee has calories. Creamer has calories. I don't like my coffee black unless it's Black Rifle coffee. Black Rifle coffee takes fucking fire black. But that's the only coffee that I like black, from what I know. Maybe I gotta try more black coffee. But I like a little bit of creamer. I use sugar-free creamer, and I like a little bit of Splenda in there. Now, I can do that when I'm not trying to cut weight, because extra calories here and there doesn't really matter. I'm trying to just maintain my weight and gain a little bit of muscle here in the next couple of months. So when I'm really in a cut, I drink sugar-free energy drinks, because sugar-free energy drinks have the calories on the back. 10 calories for the whole drink. 10 calories for 150 milligrams of caffeine, which is really good. So 2 of those things, 300 milligrams of caffeine, only 20 calories. Whereas a cup of coffee has about 40 calories, 10 calories, something like that, give or take, for like 50, 60 milligrams of caffeine. Plus, a little bit of creamer and stuff like that. So the calories add up with coffee, and I don't like the extra calories. So that's why I drink energy drinks when I'm cutting, and when I'm just existing, I drink coffee. And it's good balance, right? Dude, Mario Kart, let's go. Did you know Fireball whiskey will it really freeze? Bernie says Rodney is an ETH max. You wake up people, he will dump his hex on you. 100%, Bernie. What's up, Bernie? What's up, baby? Play on Xbox, get off of the Switch. Yeah, but I like Super Smash Brothers and Legend of Zelda. You can't take the Nintendo out of me, man. My first console, I got a Super Nintendo, and I think it was like 98 or 98, 96, one of those years. I think it was 98 something. It was near the year 2000, right? I got a fucking Super Nintendo. That was like and I was poor growing up, so I don't know how the fuck I got that. But I got Super Nintendo, right? My voice just cracked hard. But remember, the Nintendo 64 came out like 96, 97. So keep that in mind. I got a Super Nintendo late. And I had Donkey Kong Country 3, Earthworm Jim, Mortal Kombat, then the other Donkey Kong countries, right? I had all these games for the Super Nintendo. So the Super Nintendo will always have a special place in my soul. Iced coffee is best when it's hot, sweaty balls. Exactly. Winston Hilton got me with Saitama, Kishu, and Kuma when I first started. Kuma Inu was my first video ever. The channel was called My Kuma Inu Journey because I bought a bunch of Kuma Inu and made a bunch of money. You have to drink a Bang energy every drink. See, if you drink a Bang energy drink in the morning, that's 0 calories for 300 milligrams of caffeine, which is fucking mental. Royal says, have you ever played a good zombie game player in Left 4 Dead 4? Or is it Left 4 Dead? Is it for Switch? I'll play it, Royal Decor. Dude, Lacey, Roger, I mean, we're all in San Diego. What's up? Let's send it, baby. Those drinks are not regulated. Take those numbers with a grain of salt. Well, yeah, I mean, the label is allowed to be 20% off, right? So, 20% of what? 10 calories. It could be 12 calories. It could be fucking 8 calories, So, yeah, the labels are not always accurate. So that's why it's always important to weigh your food, right? So if a can of beans says this is 350 calories for this can of beans for so-and-so grams, I use a scale, right? And that's kind of hard at first for people to do. But if you want to lose weight the proper way, like not too fast, you want to lose just body fat, not muscle, you really got to weigh your food. And it's a learning curve for a week or 2 or maybe even a month. But after you realize what you're eating every single day, you can kind of like eat the same things every day and know exactly what you're getting in your body. Losing weight is simple, but it's not easy. It's simple because there's so much information out there, but at the end of the day, it's free. Just eat fucking less food and exercise more. Throw on your fucking shoes, get your ass out of the house, go for a fucking hour walk around your block. Trust me, you have an hour. You skip Netflix tonight, skip binge watching fucking Stranger Things, go for a goddamn walk, right? Count your calories. Right? That's all free. You can do that for free. Just eat less food. But people want to like buy all these crazy programs and watch these crazy videos of these people like pretty much selling them a bunch of bullshit, right? Luigi's a beast in Smash Brothers. Dude, some Luigi was cleaning house with us last night. You can't be here anymore. Roger and this cutting talk. Gotta go to the gym. I'm feeling low-key attacked. I'm always the gym guy, right? Rick says my first console was ColecoVision Atari? Really? Dude, Atari, man, joystick. So I went to Dave and Buster's last week, which is super super fun, and it's cool to see some old school games kind of like ported to like the new arcade style games. Like there's this huge Galaga, like this big ass fucking screen, like 12 foot tall, 6 foot wide, and you're playing with a joystick like Galaga or Pac-Man, which is nuts. The Don Barracuda says, yeah, 1999 was Dreamcast, so yeah, super late. Street Fighter 2 Turbo was my jam. Dreamcast never got enough love, and that was because of the titles. Like the reason why Nintendo 64 and the PlayStation really, especially the PlayStation, really fucking dominated the titles, right? PlayStation had some titles, man. So did Nintendo 64. But the PlayStation dominated everybody, right? PlayStation was the king. Better than Nintendo, better than the Dreamcast. Although I wasn't a PlayStation guy, I mean, you got to recognize real. I don't think 007 was on the Super Nintendo. I think that was on the 64, right? GoldenEye? And honestly, when I had my 64, I played more Turok. I didn't play a lot of 007 GoldenEye. I played a lot of Turok. I think it was called Dinosaur Hunter or something like that. Oh, Left 4 Dead is PC? Oh, Rain energy drinks are good. Rains are the same thing as Bangs, but in my opinion, Rain has better flavors. Shout out to fucking Orange Dreamsicle. I think fucking bops. Crypto Confident, good morning. Right there, the black one, Super Nintendo, has Mario World. Okay. Wait, what? Everyone I know went from 0 to hero, weighed their food, and counted macros. Exactly. Everyone who like really gets after it, how do you do it? They'll tell you. Look, if you're a younger person and you good genetics, you can really get away with doing whatever the fuck you want. But as you get older, your body's like, especially if your activity level's low, especially if you work an office job. If you work an awesome job, an office job, and you eat like shit, you're gonna gain weight, and it's not gonna be good weight. Because you don't know what you're putting into your body. For example, a drink this big at Starbucks, like a sugary caramel frap, plus a fucking muffin is like 1,200 calories. 1,200 calories for a big ass coffee and a muffin from Starbucks. And that's a lot of people's breakfast. You get no protein. It doesn't fill you up because it's just bullshit, right? It's just, But if I'm at home and I make my iced coffee, right? Like, this is what I had for breakfast. I had iced coffee. This is probably like maybe 150 calories for this big ass thing. This drink could be easily 700 calories at a Starbucks with all the sugar and additives and shit. And I had protein pancakes for breakfast. I had 2 servings of Kodiak cakes, 1 egg, 1 scoop of protein powder, a little bit of salt, a little bit of Splenda. I mashed the banana up to it because I was feeling fucking adventurous this morning, and some frozen berries and sugar-free syrup. All that was 700 calories for that meal, plus this. So I just ate a big ass plate of pancakes, huge, right? Big ass plate. I bet a lot of people couldn't eat that much pancakes. And this for under 1,000 calories, and I'm stuffed. And I had about 60 grams of protein in that whole meal, right? That's a lot. 60 grams of protein is a lot, because if you're building muscle, you want to make sure you get 1 gram or 0.8 grams of protein per goal body weight. So if your goal body weight is, 200 pounds, you want to get at least 160 grams of protein. So it's hard to calculate all that. So with that muffin and that Starbucks drink, that's not going to fill you up. You're getting about 1,200 calories with like 4 grams of protein. Whereas I had my own coffee and protein pancakes with a big ass meal that filled me up with a lot of micronutrients in it and stuff like that. 60 grams of protein, 900 calories. So it's like, you got to get tricky with it, right? You got to get tricky with it. Like a big bowl of spinach is like 25 calories. A huge bowl of spinach, like a big wombo bowl of spinach, is like 25 calories. That's crazy. A Snickers bar is like 400 calories. So it's like perspective. Obviously, a Snicker bar slaps more than a bowl of spinach, but you can cut some chicken up, season it, throw some black beans, your favorite vegetables in a salad, or maybe a spring melody, and it can make it taste good. So I want to skip some of these comments. Get on keto diet. You are bound to lose weight. It's not rocket science. Keto diet always lowers blood pressure and resets your system. Now, keto's fine. Paleo's fine. Fucking intermittent fasting is fine. You can't break the laws of thermodynamics. Keto's fine. You need to eat less. It's all about your intake. Being in a caloric deficit. You're not going to lose weight if you're not in a caloric deficit. If you want to use keto to get there, fine. If you want to say, I'm only eating protein, fine. If you're only juicing, fine. If you're only eating cookies, whatever. I wouldn't recommend it. As long as you eat less, than what you're taking in, or as long as you burn more calories than you're taking in. As long as you're in a caloric deficit, then your body has no choice but to lose weight. You cannot break the laws of thermodynamics. Unfortunately, a lot of fitness influencers in the space prey on people's naivety, and they say, oh, just do this, just follow this diet, and then you're going to lose weight. It's not the case. It's not the case. From someone who's like gain weight, cut, who follows people that actually specialize in losing weight, it's all the same. It's simple, but not easy, right? Because people want a trick, a fad, some sort of secret, So if I say, hey, go on the cookie diet, all you have to do is eat cookies. Well, say, for example, if it takes you if you eat 2,000 calories a day, that's what you need to lose weight, and you only eat, 1,500 calories in cookies, well, of course you're going to lose weight. So keep that in mind. Dreamcast was PlayStation before PlayStation. It just never caught on, right? All right, I'm going to go down to the bottom. You guys are chatty. Sugar can cause more hunger. Making sure you don't have a lot of sugar is a good rule to live by anyways. People say, oh, you drink Diet Coke and you have Splenda. Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. First of all, I always ask myself, if I'm taking diet advice from anybody, and I look at them and say, well, I probably won't take diet advice from you, right? That's the first thing, the eye test. It's like a personal trainer. You see a personal trainer, they don't look like they're in shape. It's like, why the fuck would I take advice from you? Practical experience versus, fucking book knowledge, right? I'd say eat a balanced diet of your favorite foods, 80-20, but just make sure you're being conscious of what you put in your body. People say that's not a way to live, but I think it is a way to live, right? I think it's important to keep track of what you're putting into your body. You can't be putting, bullshit into your body every single day. Keep that in mind. You don't need to cut bread. You don't need to cut out one specific food group. You don't need to cut out ice cream. It's like, just eat the bullshit less often. Have some self-control. How much do I bench right now? I don't really go for PRs, but my last good session, I did 3 sets, 8 reps at 225. So my 1 rep max, I don't know, but I've been able to rep out 225 for quite a while. What I'm working on right now is really getting my legs back up there, but it's hard because I can't really push it too much because of the old surgery on my knee. Bernie says, Bengal, I don't pay taxes in the UK. You better be paying taxes. ETH is the deficit way to go, Rodney. I like the caramel frappuccino from Starbucks. Mr. J-Way, you're the exception. Look, if you're a skinny guy and you're having trouble putting on pounds, well, then you got to really eat food, right? And these people that are really skinny say, I eat whatever I want, but I can't gain weight. Like, hang out with those people for a day. And then you'd be like, yeah, this is why you don't fucking gain weight, because you don't eat. I've lost 42 pounds on keto and reverse diabetes. Hell yeah, man, you're probably eating a caloric deficit. What pre-workout and protein do you use? I don't use pre-workouts. If you consider energy drinks a pre-workout or coffee, I use caffeine, but I don't take standard scoop anymore. I used to. Protein, I take this. It's an isolate, so just protein, no whey or anything like that. It's kind of a more expensive brand. I have like fucking a bunch of tubs on my kitchen. I got it from GNC. Get a little military discount from GNC. And yes, I drink Rain energy drinks. Orange Dreamsicle is the best. You would be extremely unhealthy if you ate nothing but cookies. Yeah, that's why these fad diets are funny, because yes, you can lose weight by eating just Pop-Tarts and cookies, but you'd be extremely unhealthy and you'd be extremely hungry, right? Like 2 Pop-Tarts are 400 calories for 2 Pop-Tarts, which to me, that ain't doing I can eat 50 of them bitches and still be hungry. Theoretically, right? So you have to really spend your calories wisely when you're losing weight. Like, for example, a big ass bowl of spinach, some cut up chicken, some beans, and like, some of your favorite veg, and a big bowl. That could be 300 calories, and that's a lot of food, right? Remember the juice man? That dude's like 90 and top shape. I don't know who that is. Bree says, I work for Starbucks. I'd make fraps, but I'd remove the base, use espresso instead, and the frap roast, put less syrup, and add a banana. It would cut the calories and sugar by like 70%. Yeah, it's crazy the amount of sugar they pump in that bitch. You ever seen those motherfuckers just, fucking sugar? And they put like whipped cream on the top and the caramel drizzle. It's like, God, and a little bit of coffee. It's like, God damn. Sugar's my weakness. I don't have a sweet tooth. I'm a savory guy. Bernie says, Rodney likes fake sugars and fake females. Wake up people by Cadena. KP says, and get diabetes. Pre-workout, bucked up, black protein, gold whey. Gold standard's pretty good. Moderation, whole foods, not fried crap, old school mentality like Arnold Schwarzenegger. Keep it simple. Exactly. The thing is, like, as time goes on, people don't like simple. They need to think that there's some sort of like magic key to all this. Like there's some sort of like special diet that no one's heard about that is mysteriously going to make them lose a bunch of weight. That's what people need people want to think. 315, 4 sets of 5. That's really good, Uncle Ruckus. That's really, really good. I've never been able to bench 400 pounds. I'd say the most I've ever benched one rep was 275, I'd say. But I don't really do heavy weight anymore just because heavyweight always leads to me getting injured. So I just do high reps, but, I still progressively overload. So say for, maybe in, a few months from now or, a year from now, I'll be able to bench, 3 sets, 8 reps of maybe 245. And that's fine for me, right? That's fine. How big of a market cap do you think crypto can get? Way bigger than 3 trillion. I'll tell you that. I'm talking about 10, 20 trillion. Jack says, trying to figure a car out so I can get a little busy. J-Way, you've got a point though. Wait, what are you talking about? Jayhawk says, you're too thin for Bree. She'll shatter you like glass. Oh my God. More sexual tension. Chris E says, same. I had to go on a keto diet after a doctor broke the news to me on my results of pre-diabetes. I lost weight and back to 100 pounds. I used to be over 210 at 5'11" height. That's good, Chris E. That's really good. It's crazy because a lot of people don't take the advice from their doctors that seriously. Like, hey, man, you need to fucking get it together, right? So good for you. Wait, Sid Cup? What's that? Under 90? Nice. That's really good, Uncle Ruckus. I'm 215 or 220-ish right now. 6'1". Andy P says, stouts are like dessert beer. I like them in the winter time only because they're heavy. I don't like stouts. I still don't like them. I try them like once every 6 months just to see. I'm like, yeah, nope, still don't like these. It's going to go on a beer diet, nothing but beer and water, maybe some vitamins so you don't die. So beer is interesting, right? Because it's like, is beer helpful when losing weight? Well, if you just count the calories your beer has, that's why I like seltzers, like generally when I'm out and about or just drinking a lot, because I know how many I'm fucking drinking. Like Roger, when I was hanging out with Roger and Jesus on 4th of July, what did we do? We went to a bar. What did I do? I got the beer. I got seltzers because I know I planned out later on my day that I'm going to drink 5 seltzers, which is still a lot of alcohol, right? 500 calories. I know exactly how many seltzers I'm drinking. The issue with that is that when you drink beer, what usually comes with drinking beer and going out with friends, 1 beer turns to fucking 5 beers because you're getting drunk and you don't care anymore. And then that turns into getting Mexican food or some kind of or Taco Bell or some bullshit food you don't need, which ruins your diet, right? So alcohol isn't bad for a diet. It just impairs your judgment, You can still drink alcohol and lose weight. I do it all the time. If you're eating nothing but potatoes with nothing on it besides salt and pepper, you can lose like 10 pounds in 2 to 3 weeks. Yeah, you can lose weight doing anything. My favorite protein powder is fuck out the way. Dude, did someone make that? If they didn't, you should do that. Lacey Savory too. Jay Linda says, I've been eating clean for a while. Made tacos last night. Only thing calorie dense was the tortillas. Yes. So that's why when I go to Chipotle, I just get a bowl. Right? Did you say 1 kilogram? God damn, bro. I'm jacked. I'm not into sweets, but Oreos are my weakness. You know, 2 Oreos is 150 calories. I could eat a rack of Oreos easy and fucking not even notice. Like, oh, that's a whole rack. 2 Oreos is as much as a beer. Raymond says, in Popstar's defense, the scientists who made them do their best to put all the necessary nutrients our kids need to get them through third period. The thing about that is like, which is hilarious. But yes, a lot of these sugary cereals do have a lot of vitamins and minerals, which is fine, but they're still not the best thing you could give your kids in the morning. Like my kids, like an ideal breakfast for my kids would be maybe some scrambled eggs, along with some oats or maybe potatoes cut up. You know, some baked potatoes, like cut up potatoes, some breakfast potatoes, maybe some lean protein, and some fruits, some mixed fruits, right? Something like that. That's what my kids would have for breakfast, or maybe like protein pancakes, or maybe like occasionally we'll eat something like bullshit, like just waffles or something like that. And you can still get all the essential vitamins and minerals through making your kids a whole breakfast and giving them lots of fruits and veg, and giving them a multivitamin in the morning. But sugary cereals are so easy to use, and people get so busy, and it's like it's almost easier to take the kids to McDonald's and give them like a fucking a 5-piece chicken nugget or a 10-piece chicken nugget and a toy, tell them to shut the fuck up, some sliced apples and a fucking soda, you know. But in the grand scheme of things, that's not good for your kids, you know. It's moderation is okay because you don't want kids who are deprived of fast food forever, but have like a fast food Fridays, or like pizza Fridays, where like you go to your favorite pizza place once a week, or like you order pizza or takeout. I think that's a good balance. I don't have kids, but when I do, maybe in like 10 years or some shit, because I don't want kids anytime soon, I'll probably have something where once a week we do some sort of like fast food night. Like we'll rotate it, like pizza one night, KFC one night, Thai food one night, but all the other meals should be made, in my opinion. It's tough, but you got to make time for it. Chrissy says, I don't like being bulky. Only cardio for me, lean with a little muscle mass. I like lean muscle mass. I was actually addicted to peanut butter Oreos for a summer in 2009. Dude, that sounds bomb, bro. I'll just get some of these content. Let's get some of these comments. Well, it's official. You've convinced. Today is the day. Getting ready for my gym now. First day since my disc rupture. Thanks for the motivation. That's what you said, Lacey, because you commented on the picture with my ACL thing. Man, injuries are no joke. And disc ruptures suck, but you can't work around them, You could still go for a walk. You could still make a change. So Uncle Ruckus says, I'm 5'11", can't get to the 6-foot mark. Don't worry. If you put on your dating profile, no one's going to notice. Just wear bigger shoes. All the Hodge twins made that? Yeah, no, the men stopped growing like at 21, but I think your wiener stops growing at 25. So if you're under 25, you still got time, bro. Keep your head up. Let's go, Lacey. Get it. Let's go. Josh says chocolate cream pie is my favorite flavor. All right. It's real. Is that the Hodge twins? They would make some shit like that. Fuck off. We're not talking about Oreo cows. It's important it's important that you know. And Bandit says anything that impairs your thinking is bad for you. Exactly, especially if you abuse it. Bourbon, Bernie. But I don't drink either. Fuck them kids. Easier said than done on kids' breakfast. Of course, I don't have kids, so I can't relate. But I don't know. I think that there's some people out there who get it done, right? I'll eat a rack without even knowing it's... Dude, literally, you put down a rack of Oreos and it's like, oh, shit, I ate a rack of Oreos. Bertie says, Rodney, my neighbor disagrees with you. She can hear you. Harris says, what's going on with the crypto market today? I have Crow and Gala and Tronic. Anything interesting? What's up, Harris? No, nothing really crazy today, except that Ethereum 2.0 is, they put their last network merge, the Golery network. ETH is flying, crypto's flying because of better than expected CPI data numbers. Besides that, there's not a ton of news. Of course, Coinbase is in a little bit of trouble because apparently they missed, they had a loss in revenue or something like that, right? They're kind of minus this quarter, but that's really it. Not much really going on. As for Crow, Tonic, and Gala, not too sure about those things. Or yeah, I'm not too sure about those, but I think I like Gala and Crow. If you got kids, you got to be cooking from scratch every day. Frozen food, junk food is not good enough. I grew up on frozen food, which is a mistake. Oreos are a flavor that doesn't exist in nature, completely man-made. They are a slight against God. A lot of people do not take multivitamins. Most people with high blood pressure might have deficiencies issues. You got to do a full physical exam every 6 months. Yes. Every morning I take a multivitamin. Does it fucking work? I don't know, guys. Who knows, right? But I take a multivitamin, depending on what I'm feeling like, usually just one a day for men's. I take fish oil pills. I take vitamin D. And I take a mix of zinc, magnesium, and I think it's another micronutrients, and of course allergy medicine. And I think that's it. That's it right now. And that's what I take every single day. Now own that shit. You have 5'11". That's chat spicy. Chat spicy. Yeah, Oreos, man. You sit there, man. You're like, what? It's witchcraft? That shit goes quick, right? It goes quick. It goes real quick. All right, lady boys, I'm out of here. I think I'm just gonna do some stretching and then stream on Twitch. So, you guys, thank you so much for hanging out with me today. I appreciate you guys. Make sure you clickety-clack that like button. Do me a favor. Stop what you're doing. Hit the like button right now. Hit the like button. Clickety-clack the like button. We went a little longer today. Chatted with the chat for 40 minutes. I think it was a productive chat. I hope you're all doing well. Get that shit, Flavor Dave. Arm day. Arm day. Thanks, Jonah Ware. Appreciate you. Ciao, ciao. Infinite Money Coin, shout out to you in your workout vlog this morning. I saw that. All right, Roger, you let me know, baby. We're going to go live. If you guys want to hang out with me on Twitch, links to my Twitch is in the description down below. If you like video gaming, have a fantastic day. It was good chatting with you guys. And I'll see you farmers later. Bye-bye.